What is up, my fellow game developers? Yes, I said to myself, oh, I do not think I will do a dev vlog today. I've been very, very busy in real life with so many things. I only had a chance to do 16 patches today, but at the same time, I thought to myself, well, you know what? I had a lot of fun still, so I think it's fun enough. A little something is all right. And here, let's see if we can see anything that's going on now. Well, firstly, the length of the entire game world has now been doubled because I said to myself, I want to feel so immersed that I want day and night. Day and night. Oh, the lonely gamer seems to code his game at night. Yeah. Now, this, it's not the most exceptional thing of all time. In fact, some might even find it a bit irksome or troublesome, whatever the case may be. But it's what I desired, it's what I wanted for. And you can also see here over to the side a couple of things. Level 1, oh that's right, I said double the length of the world. We can't have the same enemy in the first instant that we have at the very last. That is simply unacceptable. We must become stronger as we do in real life as well. So the enemies now will be scaling as the time goes along. So make sure you're taking a little time to smell the roses. Make sure you're taking a little bit of time to throw them punches. I should probably make sure I never looked at this Nova shot because it's not really all that. It looks like you're dropping juice. I'll try to get that fixed up, but it's really not too much of a problem for me now because, well, the mage is just nearly as physically strong as every other character. That'll all get balanced eventually. Speaking of things that aren't on screen right now that are getting balanced, as I had doubled the size of the world, I said, well, also I must go ahead and decide what is coming next. What will be next on the menu, next on the agenda. I don't think I have any health to fight this guy right now. Oh, heal. Okay. What is next on the agenda? Well, I feel that the next boss that I will be bringing to the table, I think that he will have some elemental qualities. And so, I said to myself, well, it is then I believe necessary to start getting these coded into the equation. So, not used by anything yet, but we have burning, poisoning, and freezing all added into the game code. And now also we have this here as well. Let's step a couple more steps here so you can see it get darker. Oh, that's right. This is our new rain system. And well, you see little lightning flashes there. I can't stop for you to smell the. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, wait. Wow. So I can. Okay, all right. This is it's one of the newer things I just added here: the raining and the lightning. And of course, we will, once we get the proper sound added in, be adding the proper rain. The lightning probably doesn't need to strike nonstop constantly, as it were, but, these are all, or maybe it will. Maybe it's really dangerous out here in this world. You got to be careful about that. Because then you can type in our new chat system with the back, or / OMG, because you're so scared about the lightning. Oh my goodness, OMG. I mean, that's a, well, let's say back in the day, and the chat, I suppose, does continue to exist here until you close that chat window. Also with the / as well. So really, like I said, it's not like it's not the last millionthest of thing. Of course, also our darkness here, which is chasing us and ending the world behind us. Not just a simple line anymore, but something of a pulsating threat. And not that anyone would know this that's watching this little game dev update here, but there was a problem. Let's see, we'll find something here to properly show you what I might be speaking of. And you're probably wondering to yourself, oh, Eggy, isn't this, you have this new day and night system and it's changing literally like every second? Yes, but we're trying to give the world enough to chew on, hopefully, as time goes by, that what seems to be a constant, continuous, endless change, it might not be quite as, yeah, it might not seem like it's happening constantly. We'll get a little bit more going on here. Let's get that time crystal. We got the, I think the neighbor barbecue was broken last time. It is no longer broken. If you get something to eat, you shall see here. I look at myself. I currently have a +5 attack weapon and a +1 attack amulet with a total of 16 attack. That means my non-equipment attack is 10. and my HP is 43. So when I click this, it should give me a either 21 or 22 increase to HP, but also a 5 increase to attack. Let's observe. We see there now a 21. I did round down. It's fine. I mean, it's really, it's really no difference in my opinion if it rounds up or down 1 HP. Maybe in one time, eventually we'll change that, but 5 attack gain there. You see it down there in the combat log. Most excellent. Operating is effective. Okay, so this was a bug before. There's something at least I didn't like when you would time stop here and you would move down, because this is typically where the time stop is happening here, is shimmying across these river boundaries. It's not unusual. I could have, paid closer attention. I can see here by looking at the extended map that there's no boundaries particularly coming up. It's something to be aware of. And, I don't know. It's just based off of a previous game that I played that had something along these lines where you did have to sort of position yourself. It might be a bit monotonous and a bit silly, and maybe I'll consider changing that up entirely eventually. But right now it is sort of primarily the #1 usage of the time crystal. I think with the new boss we have coming out, we're going to have these elementally based blasts and attacks and things, of which I should also mention there's going to be a new quest coming to deal with these. I'll give a little taste for the people who don't follow me on x.com/2egg-white. It's not for everybody, but I at least can show you here. Who is this? Oh my goodness gracious! Who's this man right here? That is the Eggy Sprite. The Eggy Sprite, who may in fact become his own class. Thought about doing that today, but I had a lot of other stuff to balance, a lot of hot fixing, so I decided to not use Eggy Sprite. I think Eggy could be his own class, and I think about that I might be doing that for him here in the near future, but at the very least, Eggy is going to begin a quest line. There's a whole lot going on, so that's why I said I don't know if I was going to do a devlog today, but the quest line will essentially help you with that final boss battle. So maybe there'll be some sort of benefit gain, some kind of armor or something that you want to keep vaulted. Maybe that'll unlock the second vault slot so you can keep that armor vaulted after you do that boss battle. In any case, until that happens, the #1 usage of time crystal is just to get across these boundaries. And this was my problem, would be as soon as the time crystal wore off, every single time that I would do that, the darkness would immediately kill me. So I did include now a grace period on your time crystal expiration. And also I should, well, to be honest, there wasn't really any, I haven't even played any of these other characters in so long, to be honest. It's brutal. I've been testing everything on the mage. Because, the rogue, his treasure strike was really great the day that I added gear. But that was like 2 days ago, and I've had like 50 patches since then, so it is what it is. Maybe he's got some dank qualities that I need to find out. But with the chat and stuff, that is going to do with the eventual secondary game mode that I'm planning. One that I should say is to be more multiplayer friendly. Something that is going to be rebalanced in a way that players can play through the main quest together without the essential necessities of being chased by the darkness. I think we've come up with something else. I know One Way Heroics 1, you got the darkness the whole time, obviously, but there is still, with like the main boss in that, you've got a boss that's very powerful that spawns in every so many days, every so many turns, steps, etc. If I were to sort of be inspired by that, perhaps, maybe more so for the multiplayer mode, especially since you'd have 2 players to then attack that randomly spawning boss. Might have more elites, world boss type stuff going on in that. It's something good. Anyways, it's all just to say that while putting into the chat window here, also getting the basics on that multiplayer capability started. That'd be fun, and I'm also once again, it's towns or something that I'll be working in. I just wanted to get this boss kind of in the ending here, get that to kind of be my priority, because if I have the world extended as I did, I kept the current quote-unquote final boss in the middle position of the map to now serve as a first boss / mini boss, if you will. I don't want to, it's just, it feels like I'm walking outside with my pants off. It's like, okay, I gotta kind of take this one step at a time in a way that makes sense. Let's get the biggest components, the biggest, most crucial elements here handled before the, all the cosmetics necessarily. Of course, I say that as I, you know, add rain and nighttime and daytime and all this other stuff, but when I say it, I suppose I'm primarily considering... oh, actually, perfect. Excellent. This is the only other thing I hadn't mentioned yet. Yes, I'm Call of Duty now. When you get low HP, this motherfucker got 2 HP. He's about to die. I knew I was coming very close and that it was definitely a hectic situation. Actually, and I had potions the whole time. Didn't even... I just wanted to see if I could do it, and so glad that I did. Because, yes, got low HP. You are now going to see the red... and then you drink your potion. Haha. All good to go. Well, yeah, I'm going to add some more casino gaming. I'm sure in time, once the multiplayer, this is quite a ways out. This is what I say right now, as I've, you know, done like 150 patches in the last 3 days or whatever it is. About 4 days. Whenever I started on this, I'm losing track of time now with how involved I am in my hashtag game dev lifestyle. But also, I just want to take a moment for you to notice here that, yeah, these enemies, you know, they ain't pushovers anymore. This used to be get hit for 0 damage over and over again. No, we have a little something to it. There's a little something to it, folks. You know, it ain't what it used to be. Which then also creates those additional problems for being chased by the darkness. But that's what it's all about. The difficulty balancing now, especially with the enemy leveling, is it's satisfying to me at the moment, I would say. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. And of course, you're also handsomely compensated. Gold's really no object anymore. It's kind of like it's still difficult to really keep your eyes out for these barbecue trucks. You could find them, but they can be difficult. Maybe the extra difficulty and everything else is going on is enough to say, hey, yeah, you know, you're gonna be so preoccupied XYZ, you might only be finding these trucks if you really take the careful effort to come across it. You know, balancing it is what it is. But we're getting framework laid for the boss battle, getting the framework laid for multiplayer functions, eventually getting the frame laid for the Eggy class. I'll clear it. If you lasted this far in the video, it's not for everybody. If you actually listen to this point, first off, mention it in the comments down below, 1212 into the video. And the Eggy class, yeah, I mentioned it a bit ago, and I put the Eggy sprite up on screen. No armor, no weapons, but every sip that he drinks gives him a permanent stat boost. Stat bonus. I mean, hey, I'm thinking that these enemies are going to get strong regardless. Eggy class might become the new sleeper hit, the real outlier. It doesn't need to sit here as I mean, the gear isn't necessarily scaling yet, although I am also planning on doing a bit of a another gear tier coming up here, which would be the epic gear. Right now we just have superior, plus, gold, etc., etc. Epic, of course, traditionally purple, as we all know and love, would be fantastically fantastic. I don't think I've even found a single bug necessarily here in this run, which goes to show we're polishing these things. I've been taking some time, and maybe I'm just getting better at telling the code monkey what I crave for it to do for me. And it's not. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Are we speaking of? Oh, wait, something's happening here. Hold on. I was just so confident. Something's wrong here, though. Oh, okay, well. It seems here we have found, finally, a bug. And now these gameplay sessions are now like 40 minutes worth now with the doubling of the... so I don't need to do all that to you today. But I found a bug perfect. All right, do not spawn giant pools of water next to barriers because then that will kill me. But otherwise, I mentioned... The new day and night system, the slices of each part of the day, our day survived counter will come up at the end when you do complete it, and that where it looks good and everything. It's nothing too particularly interesting at the moment, however. Boss mechanics are laid in, just got to finish coding that in. We got the, oh yes, gosh, am I going to be able to do this quick before it's all said and done? Probably not. Nothing left here because I guess you could say the day survived there. You might have noticed the combat text has been enhanced and improved to give it a little more bounce to the ounce. Okay, you guys see it kind of pops up and gives a little jiggle dissipation there. Woo, fades away. There's a little more to it. The darkness feeds in. It kills all the enemies, which also, I think I might have mentioned that before. I was doing it yesterday. I was able to hit the enemies from the tile most nearest the darkness, and they were still in there alive. It kills them now. I've also seemed to find that the AI for the enemies is like, oh shit, this thing's about to kill me, and it's trying to run away from it, as you see. You would think it's just normal aggro, but that boomer's not aggro to me. I've noticed that I got to a point where I was at this river barrier a few hours ago and I was playtesting. All of a sudden there was like 10 enemies up against the wall. I'm like, what the hell? Because I think now that the darkness kills them appropriately instead of just going over them, I think they're afraid of it too, as we all should be. Alright, well I think that is everything for the devlog. You've seen it all. 24 hours under the books. And it's just going to keep on working on getting this boss all put together, the new quest line all together, and then polish up everything to do with that, and I guess just keep on chugging along. All right, until next time, folks, I will catch you later for all my game dev peeps. Peace.